Hi everyone, today we're going to talk about the cytoskeleton and how it is involved in cell shape and cell movement. So, what is a cytoskeleton? A cytoskeleton is an internal framework of protein fibers. They're normally found in eukaryotic cells and they provide structure, shape, and support for the cell. They're also highly dynamic, meaning they're constantly changing. The first type are called microfilaments or actin filaments, made up of actin as a subunit, and they're the thinnest fibers that are part of the cell cytoskeleton. They support cell shape, they're involved in muscles construction and cell movement, and they also help with things like endocytosis or exocytosis, things that are coming in and being pumped out of the cell. So if you look at this image right here, the red part shows the microfilament, and their basic building block is the actin subunit. Another type is the intermediate filament, shown as in orange right here, and they're made up of this thing called keratin. And this image also shows that these orange fibers are called intermediate filaments found in cells. They're medium-sized fibers. They provide strength and stability for the cell. They anchor organelles in place, such as the nucleus. They're also less dynamic than other fibers. They move about or change less than the other types of fibers in the cytoskeleton. Finally, we have microtubules shown in green over here that are closer to the nucleus. They're um, made up of things called these subunits called tubulin, and these are the thickest fibers. They're hollow tubes of tubulin, and they help the cell maintain cell shape. They act as tracks for motor proteins, so that which are moving vesicles or moving organelles that help transport things throughout the cell. And they also form these things called spindle fibers that help during cell division. So you can see during when two cells are or a cell is dividing into two cells, the chromosome is also being divided and split between the two cells. And these fibers are called spindle fibers that are these microtubules. Therefore, and the microtubules are forming these spindle fibers during the cell division. So, motor proteins are proteins that, quote unquote, walk along these microtubules, kind of like this, and they carry vesicles and organelles, kind of like cargo, just like this over here. And this makes the cytoskeleton, not just there for the structure of the cell, but also they're there to enable intracellular transport of materials. So, in the previous video, we were talking about the um, the Golgi apparatus, the endoplasmic reticulum, nucleus, all being connected together in the endomembrane system. And normally, the cytoskeleton is also involved in the transport of things through vesicles. The cytoskeleton is not only helps with cell shape, such as amoeba, right? Amoebas have cytoskeletons. White blood cells also have cytoskeletons within us, and they help with the shape of the cell and how the cell shape changes when it's moving. They also help in the movement of cilia and flagella in bacterial cells. So cilia are normally hair-like structures, and the flagella are normally tail-like structures, and these things move because of their cytoskeleton. They are also helpful in chromosome separation during mitosis. When a cell is splitting into two, these spindle fibers that are splitting the chromosomes are made up of the cytoskeleton. So the cytoskeleton is beneficial for so many things, such as cell shape and cell structure, and even movement within the cell in multiple different organisms. In summary, the cytoskeleton are a network of protein fibers within the cell. They include microfilaments, intermediate filaments, microtubules. They support shape, anchors organelles, and enables the movement of materials within and outside the cell. And they're dynamic and essential for cell function. In the next video, we're going to talk about extracellular structures and cell junctions, the cell walls in plants, extracellular matrix in animals, and how cells stick together and communicate. That's it. Thank you.